Christmas specific stuff.
Hello, ready to go?
Here, the off-white would completely stand out. Oh gosh, Christmas just comes so quickly. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome. If you've never been here before, why not? Today we are gonna go make some stuff. I have some new fabric that I got from Hobby Lobby, and if you have been here before, I know we've talked about me trying to get rid of Hobby Lobby fabric, but I decided some fabric is okay to keep going back for because it's just easier that way, especially if it sells more often, because the new fabric store that I found, they don't restock. So let me show you the fabric really quickly. I got this fabric from Hobby Lobby, and with this fabric I am going to go make some new Bible sleeves. It's been such a long time since I've made new Bible sleeves, so I decided that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna make just one of each just to see what it looks like, but we're gonna use those fabrics and we're gonna make some new Bible sleeves. So let's just go ahead and do this. Recently I started to use one of these handle things for this ruler to help me cut, because it's better. I know I don't do it every single time that I cut, if you watch closely in my videos, but I put this here so I can hold on to this part while I'm cutting instead of putting my hand here while I'm cutting, so that way I can protect my fingers, obviously, so I don't accidentally cut my finger, because I have done that before and it's not good. But for whatever reason, it's starting to come off. And I've had it for a good few months. I don't even remember when I got this, but I've never had this problem before until literally like last week or something. It just comes off. I literally can leave this overnight and I go to grab it and it's just off, and I don't understand why. So maybe I need to clean this part. Maybe it's too dirty or something. I don't know. Maybe it's just losing its touch and I didn't get a good one. I don't know, because it's just not working anymore. So let me just wipe it off a little bit. I mean, I can wipe it off like better, but I'm still trying to work right now, so we'll just do this right now. And hopefully this will help. But if you use one of these on your rulers, does yours ever come off? Do I just have a bad one? Is it just dirty? What's the problem? Let me know. Hello, can I help you? Cutting them, the next thing that I like to do is I like to take my bow parts, the parts where you tie it into a bow, and I like to just iron them down so it makes it easier for me to sew them closed. You could just pin them. Ironing them down, for me, I just think it just works better, so that way I don't even have to worry about pinning them, because once you iron them, they're pretty, you know, they're closed where you want to sew, and I think that's just better than pinning them. Then after this, I'm gonna do my least favorite part, which would be quilting them. I don't like quilting. It just takes a while. I'm sure if I had a different sewing machine, it would be better. Like if I had an industrial or semi-industrial sewing machine, it'd be a lot better because I know they're faster. But as for now, I don't like quilting. I just have a feeling these are gonna be really cute. I just feel like that's what's about to happen. These are gonna be so cute. I don't know how well they're gonna sell, but they're gonna be cute regardless. I haven't made new Bible sleeves in such a long time, so I'm sure people will hopefully enjoy these because like I said, it's been a while. And these are one of my best sellers on my Etsy. My best sellers differentiate depending on where they sell. Like on Etsy, my best sellers are my Bible sleeves and my pin holders. And I'm very thankful for that because I'm so happy that people are starting to like my pin holders. They're really easy to make. They're annoying to flip right side out. I've said this before if you know. But they're really easy to make and they're cute. And then my best sellers at markets are my blind dates with Jesus. And last week were also my pin holders. And then at my vendor spot that I have, my bestseller is also my blind date with Jesus. And I think that's basically it. I do sell more apparel at my vendor spot sometimes, but it's basically my blind dates with Jesus. So that's one reason why I decided, oh, okay, it's good that this is back on the floor. So that's one reason why I decided to make some new Bible sleeves, because these are my best sellers on my Etsy, and that's where I mostly get sales for my Bible sleeves are my Etsy. And it's just, like I said, it's been, I know I keep saying this, but it's just been a while since I've dropped new ones. And since holiday season is here, I thought these would also be good for giftables. So my goal for Christmas is to do mainly giftables, because if you saw my fall drop a few videos back, for my fall drop, I did a lot of fall based stuff. Like my fabric for fall was literally just fall fabric. And I did, like for example, here are some of the fall fabrics that I used. If you did not watch that video, it's obviously fall, okay? It's like you can't really, you can use this whenever you want to, but it's fall, you know what I'm saying? And although that fabric is cute, and although I did sell some of my fall stuff, I learned to not do that again. So for Christmas, I'm not going to try to use too much Christmas specific stuff, because I want people to be able to use it throughout the year. So I do still have some Christmas fabric that is literally just Christmas, but I am mainly going to try to focus on doing, but I'm mainly just going to try to focus on doing giftables instead of Christmas looking stuff, if you know what I'm trying to say. Because like I said, for fall I used very, very, very fall fabric, and although you can use that whenever you want to use it, it's literally just fall. But for Christmas, I want to be able to have my Bible sleeves that you can use throughout the year, my bow bookmarks you can use throughout the year, and I want them to just be like evergreen fabrics. But like I said, I do still have some cute, very specific Christmas fabric, but I'm mainly going to use those for Christmas things. For example, I'm trying to word what I'm trying to say as well as I can. For example, for the Christmas fabric that I do have, I'm going to make some bow cozies, and those are okay to be Christmas, because during Christmas you want to be in the Christmas mood and spirit and vibes and whatever. So while you're eating some soup or chili or whatever you want to put in the microwave, you can have a cute little Christmas bow cover to cover it, and that's okay. But I don't want to do too many items like that, because I mainly want to work on the giftables where you can buy evergreen fabric that they can use beyond Christmas. And I also am going to use my Christmas specific fabric for some Christmas sacks. So just like reusable gift sacks, instead of using wrapping paper or those gift bags that you can buy at the store, I'm going to make some sacks and see if people like those or not. I've never made them before, so I don't know how well that's going to go at all, but I do want to try that. So I have some cute Christmas fabric for that. I also might use my specifically Christmas fabric for stockings. Like I said in one of my other videos, I am thinking about making stockings, but I'm also kind of rethinking that, just simply because there are just so many ideas out there, and it's so hard to figure out what fabrics I want to pair together to make stockings. And I don't want to waste money trying to make all of these stockings, because I've never sold stockings before, and obviously I won't know until I try, but I don't want to waste that money for things that I don't necessarily need to make. I don't need to make stockings. So what I'm thinking now is I'm just going to continue to use my quilt fabric Again, if you don't know what I'm talking about, a few videos back, I have some thrifted quilted fabric, and I'm thinking I'm just going to use that for the stockings and see how that does, and then maybe I'll add in other stockings with like fabric that I'm buying at like Hobby Lobby or something. But I also am thinking about just making stockings for my family or something like that, so that way I can still get into practice without wasting business money, because there are other things that I want to introduce to the business for Christmas other than just all the Christmas stuff. Like, I want to introduce more of my Bible totes, because I've still only worked on that one singular Bible tote because I just could not make up my mind how I wanted to make it. But I'm just going to make it how I made it in that video. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to keep making it that way, but I'm going to try it on regular fabric now instead of just the quilted fabric. And like I said, I also want to use one of these cute little pillowcases that I have for those Bible totes as well. So I want to introduce Bible totes. Somebody was actually interested in the quilted one, but I'm like, it's not for sale yet because I was trying to figure out how to do it. So people might be interested already, so I really need to get on my game. Oh my gosh, Christmas just comes so quickly. Another thing that I want to introduce before the Christmas season, you know, really gets in start. Today is October 23rd, by the way. So I know I'm like kind of behind already business-wise, but it's okay. We still have some time to do it. I also want to do, like I said, these Bible sleeves. I think there was something else. Oh, I want to start introducing like more Bible things, because I'm recognizing those are my best sellers. So, and that is, I mean, I'm a Christian business, but I just like to add in these other things as well. But I do recognize my best sellers are my Christian based items. So I want to add some more stuff like that. But I'm not going to tell you all the details. You're just going to have to wait and see. So I have all of my bow parts ironed. Now I need to go sew those, and like I said, I need to go quilt too. So I need to mark my fabrics how I want to quilt them. I'm thinking I'm just going to do cross hatch. That's what I basically do on my Bible tote or my Bible sleeves. Sometimes I do vertical lines, but I mainly do cross hatch. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah. So when I'm quilting my fabrics, I usually just do like the cross hatch or whatever that's called, like I said earlier, or I do vertical lines. But I was thinking, what if I just left this as diagonals? I did this also for my oven mitts, but I don't usually do this for anything else or at all. I just did it for my oven mitts that one time. But what if I do it for this? Because I don't usually do this. Or should I just do crosshatch anyway? I'm gonna stare at this for a little bit and think about it. I think I decided to just leave it with the diagonals instead of doing a crosshatch, simply just to have something different, and hopefully people will still like it. And also I realized this is the only one that I'm actually going to quilt. I thought I was going to quilt all of them, but usually what I do is, you can do whatever you want in your own business or for your own crafts, but usually I just use the same thread for everything. So all of my thread has this same color, or all of my projects have this same color. Of course I could change those if I wanted to. I used to back in the day actually change it according to what I was making. I have some gold thread that I was actually thinking about using, but then I was like, nah. So I use the same thread for every single thing that I make, and it's like kind of like an off-white color. It's not completely white and it's not completely cream either, so it's kind of like an off-white color, and I just use that for everything. So I was thinking, against like these two fabrics right here, the off-white would completely stand out because these are darker colors. So that's why I was thinking about using the gold, because I was like, the gold would look good with these. However, I was also thinking, this one I already knew that I wasn't going to quilt pretty much, but this one I was thinking what the gold would look like against it, and it would look good, but I think I'm just going to do this one not being quilted as well. Let me think about it again. Yeah, I think I'm just going to leave it not quilted. So this one is actually going to be the only one that's going to be quilted for my new Bible sleeves, and it's going to be quilted differently. It's just going to be diagonals instead of the crosshatch. So I just have to do the other panel and then I'm done quilting. I forgot what I was gonna say. Then I'm done quilting. So actually quilting went pretty quickly this time.
Heaven, could this be heaven? 'Cause if it is, I know I don't wanna forget it. Second, is this my second chance at finding love? But now I understand the message, and I'm going all in. I surrender when I fall. I'm baptized. Wouldn't recognize me, I got new eyes. When my world's on fire, I just sink underwater, and you got me covered. I'm baptized. I think I'm starting over. I think I'm starting over. Confession started to question if my heart would ever find a resurrection. But you're holy, it's the way you hold me. You're so
Okay guys, it is currently nighttime. It is dark outside and in this room. I just brightened it up a little bit with the camera. Hopefully it's looking okay. Anyways, this took like the whole work day to get this done. This is why I truly recommend having stuff prepared and not just making stuff all at once. Like if you're gonna do anything, if you're gonna make more than one item at a time, I highly recommend already having your fabric cut out and already having like stuff like that already cut out, ready to go, because today I just cut it out and sewed it and quilted it all at once, and that really does slow you down. So I do highly recommend just go ahead and quilt your items all at once. Go ahead and cut your items all at once. Just do all of that all at once. So when you start assembling it, it's going to take way less time and it's going to be way more beneficial for you. Trust. Anyways, so we're done. Now I'm going to show you what these look like. But before I do that, I will say how to make these better next time is, just for me to make them, is I think I might invest in some basting spray, because all of my Bible sleeves other than these new ones that I just made today are quilted. So the ones that are not quilted, that it makes it a little bit more difficult to pin them together. Not necessarily for the regular one, but the ones with the ruffles, they're kind of hard to pin together when the batting and the fabric are not, you know, sewn together. They're not quilted. So I might get some basting spray just to help it. It wasn't really difficult, but I think basting spray will make it even easier because, you know, it holds it together. So anyways, other than that, I'm used to making these and it goes pretty well when I make them because I make them the same every time I make them. But these are a little bit different than my other ones. My other ones are more vibrant and bright, and I have two new ones right now that are kind of darker, but they kind of go with the season that we're going into, like the cozy season. It's a darker season because it's about to be winter, but one of them, the bow one, looks like it could be like spring, summer. But anyways, here we go. So we have this one. I do like the combination of fabric and ribbon. I usually just use fabric for my bows, but this time I decided to use a ribbon, and I think it is cute, and I used this for the inside, if you can see that. I think it is cute. I just couldn't figure out if I wanted to put ruffles on this one as well. I do have some Bible sleeves that don't have ruffles, but most of them do have ruffles. But I thought this one would be okay without ruffles, but now I'm kind of thinking, would it look better with ruffles? So let me know what you think. Should I just leave it as is, or should I take this fabric and also put it on the outside and make some ruffles? But that's what this one looks like. It is giving cozy. It is so nice and plush. It is definitely a cozy one. I feel like it's more masculine except for the bow. If the bow weren't there, I think a man could probably use this, but since it has a bow, it's a little bit more feminine, but I do think it's a bit masculine just with the fabric choice that I used for this one. But that's this one. I'm gonna save my favorite one for last. I only made 3 new ones. So this is the one that I think could go for spring and summer, but it is definitely a cute one. My ruffle Bible sleeves are my best sellers, so I think this one's probably going to do well because I don't have a blue one yet. I just have a purple, a pink, and a yellow. So I think this one's probably going to do well. I think this is going to probably be another best seller. And I do like the diagonal quilting that I did, and I think that looks good. It would obviously still look good with the crosshatch quilting, but I think the diagonal does look okay. But that's what this one looks like. It is so cute. I love the combination of fabrics. I think these florals accent the florals in this fabric, and obviously the blue goes with the blue. But this is what this one looks like. Last but not least, this is probably my favorite. I think this combination really goes well together, and like I said, this is a bit on the darker side. It's not as vibrant or as bright as my other ones, but I think it is an awesome combination. I like how the blues go with the blues, and even in this fabric, this color kind of goes with this color too. But I do like the way that it looks. I think it accents it very well, and I think it's so nice and cute and cozy, especially for the cozy season that we're in right now. And I think maybe this one might do okay too, but I also don't know because, again, I'm used to selling the bright and vibrant ones, so I have no idea how these moody and dark ones are gonna do. So let me know which one is your favorite out of my new Bible sleeves. Tell me if you think this one would look better with ruffles, or you think it's cute as is, or you just don't like it at all. That's okay. And just let me know which one's your favorite. Thank you all so much for coming and making these new Bible sleeves with me. If you are interested in any of these for purchasing, they should be up and ready by the time this video comes out. So they will be on my Etsy. Make sure you keep a lookout for that if you're interested in any of these. I appreciate you all watching and coming along to make these new Bible sleeves with me. Make sure you comment which one's your favorite, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!